Welcome to English for Everyone, the podcast where we talk about real life in simple, clear English. I'm John.
And I'm Julie. We are so happy you are here with us today.
Today, we are talking about something that almost everyone in Los Angeles thinks about every single day.
How do you get around this city?
Because LA is a big city, a very, very big city, and getting from one place to another, that is always an adventure.
That is a great word for it, an adventure. So, John, let's start with you. How do you usually get around LA?
So I don't have a car. I use public transport. I take the bus, and sometimes I take the metro. That's the train system in LA.
Right.
And sometimes I walk if the place is close enough. And if I really need to go somewhere fast, I use Uber or Lyft, rideshare apps. You open the app on your phone, and a driver comes to pick you up.
Okay, so you have a few different options. That's smart. You mix it up.
Yeah, exactly. It depends on where I'm going and how much time I have. What about you, Julie? How do you get around?
I drive. I have a car, so I drive almost everywhere. To work, to the grocery store, to see friends. In LA, if you have a car, you use it for everything.
Right, that makes sense. Because LA is very spread out, right? Everything is far away.
Exactly. Your grocery store might be 5 miles from your house. Your job might be 20 miles away. So for most people, a car feels really necessary here.
So, Julie, what are the good things about having a car in LA?
Oh, there are a lot. First, freedom. You can go anywhere, anytime. You don't have to wait for a bus. You don't have to check a schedule. Second, it's comfortable. You have your own space. You can listen to your music or a podcast. You can put your bags in the bag. And third, some places in LA are just very hard to reach without a car. The bus doesn't go there or the walk is too far.
That's true. Some neighborhoods in LA are not very walkable. That's a word we use, walkable. It means easy to walk around. And some areas in LA are just not walkable at all.
Exactly. Okay, but what about the hard parts of driving? Because there are some.
Traffic?
Traffic? Yes. Oh, the traffic in LA is something special, and not in a good way.
Ah, yeah. Tell us more about that.
Okay, so there's something called rush hour. That's when everyone is driving at the same time, usually in the morning around 8 or 9, and in the evening around 5 or 6. Everyone is going to work or coming home from work.
Right.
And one time, I had to drive from Santa Monica to downtown LA. That's about 15 miles. Normally, with no traffic, it takes maybe 20 minutes. It took me 1 hour and 45 minutes. 1 hour and 45 minutes, John. I was just sitting in my car, not moving. I could see the buildings of downtown the whole time. They were right there, and I still couldn't get there.
Wow, that sounds really stressful.
It was. I was listening to music and podcasts just to stay calm. And I kept thinking, is there a faster way? Maybe I should take the metro next time.
Yeah, that's the thing about driving in LA. The car gives you freedom, but traffic can take that freedom away very quickly.
That is a really good way to say it. The car gives you freedom, but traffic takes it away. I love that. Okay, so what about public transport? What are the good gigs for you?
Well, the first good thing, I don't have to worry about parking.
Oh, that is a big one.
Parking in LA is really hard to find sometimes, and it can be very expensive. If you go to a concert or a restaurant downtown, you might pay $20 or $30 just to park your car.
Yeah, parking is not cheap here. That's so true.
Right, and I don't pay for gas, I don't pay for car insurance, so not having a car actually saves me a lot of money every month.
That's a really good point. Cars are expensive to own.
Exactly. And another good thing, when I'm on the bus or the metro, I can just sit and relax. I can read, I can listen to music, I could look at my phone. I don't have to focus on the road. I don't have to worry about other drivers.
That does sound nice, actually. But what are the hard parts? Because I know public transport in LA is not always easy.
Yeah, it's not perfect. The biggest problem is that it can be really slow. The bus is on the same roads as the cars, so it gets stuck in the same traffic.
Oh, right.
I actually have a story about this. One time, I had a job interview, and I thought, okay, the bus will be fine. I'll give myself 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
But there was so much traffic. The bus was moving so slowly. And I was sitting there watching the time on my phone, and I was like, this is not good. This is really not good.
Oh, no. Were you late?
I was exactly on time. Like, I walked in the door with 1 minute to spare. My heart was beating so fast. I was sweating. I was not calm at all.
Oh, wow. But you made it.
I made it, but never again. Now, if I have something important, a meeting, an interview, a doctor's appointment, I leave 2 hours early. Always.
That is such a good lesson. Always give yourself extra time in LA. That goes for driving too, honestly.
Totally. So the metro is better for speed. The train doesn't get stuck in traffic. But the problem is, it doesn't go everywhere. The metro system in LA is still growing.
Right, yeah. I've seen them building new stations.
Yes, they are adding new lines. It's getting better slowly. But right now, if you want to go somewhere the metro doesn't reach, you have to take the bus or walk. And sometimes you have to walk a long way just to get to the metro station.
And in the LA heat, walking a long way is not fun.
Not fun at all. I always carry a water bottle with me. In summer especially, it is very hot here. You have to stay hydrated. That means you have to drink a lot of water.
Good tip. Okay, what about biking or scooters? Do you ever use those?
Yes, sometimes. LA actually has some nice bike paths, special roads just for bikes. And there are electric scooters you can rent using an app on your phone. You just find one on the street, scan it, and ride.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those scooters everywhere. They look fun.
They are fun. They're great for short trips, like if I'm going to a coffee shop nearby or to the park. But I wouldn't use one for a long trip. And you have to be careful. You're on the street with cars.
Right. Safety first. Do you wear a helmet?
I try to. You should always wear a helmet when you ride a bike or a scooter. It protects your head. It's really important. So, Julie, I have to ask, would you ever think about using public transport more or leaving the car at home sometimes?
Honestly, I think about it. It would be better for the environment, less pollution, less traffic, and like you said, it saves money. But I think I am just very used to driving. It's become a habit. I get in the car without even thinking about it.
Yeah, habits are hard to change, especially when you've been driving for a long time.
Exactly. But I think LA public transport is getting better, and they're building new metro lines, right? So maybe in a few years, I'll try it more.
I think so too. I believe in 10 or 15 years, it will be much easier to live in LA without a car. The city's changing. More people are thinking about public transport, biking, walking.
I hope so. That would be really good for everyone. And good for the air, too, because LA is also known for not the cleanest air sometimes.
Ha, yes, the smog. That's a word for dirty air, smog. LA has had problems with smog for a long time, mostly because of all the cars. So fewer cars would mean cleaner air.
That's right. Okay, one last question before we wrap up. John, overall, how do you feel about not having a car in LA?
You know what? I actually feel pretty good about it. Yes, it's not always easy. Some days are frustrating. But I've learned how to plan my trips carefully. I know which bus to take, which metro line is fastest, and I save a lot of money, which is great. I feel like I've found a system that works for me.
That's a really great attitude. And what about you, John? How do you feel about me and my car?
I'm a little jealous sometimes, I won't lie, especially when it's raining and I'm waiting at the bus stop.
Huh. I'll give you a ride next time it rains. And honestly, driving in LA, I love having my car, but I know I need to be more patient with the traffic. LA traffic will always be there, I just have to accept it.
Accept the traffic. That is truly the LA way.
That is the LA way. Okay, I think that's a perfect place to end today's episode.
Yes. So let's do a quick review of some words we used today. Public transport. This means buses, trains, and metros that everyone can use. Rush hour. This is the busy time when lots of people are driving or traveling, usually in the morning and evening. Rideshare. This is when you use an app like Uber or Lyft to get a ride from a driver. Walkable. This describes a place where it is easy and safe to walk around. And smog. This is dirty air, often from car pollution.
Great words. And remember, every city is different. How do you get around your city? Do you drive? Take the bus? Ride a bike? We would love to know.
Yes! Come find us online and send us a message. We read everything, and we love hearing from our listeners around the world.
Thank you so much for listening to English for Everyone. You are doing a great job learning English. Keep going, keep practicing, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That is how we all learn.
Join us next time for another episode. Until then, take care and keep practicing. I'm John.
And I'm Julie. Bye, everyone.